Okay, good evening, everyone. This is just a quick update to the Tower 2 fiasco. So, not much of the Tower 2 survived. The chives probably came out the best. Spinach looked like it was okay until, upon closer inspection, most of them had been knocked out to the root. So, I had to basically, they're still in there. I just haven't done anything with them. The worm bin should be working on that on the 8th, and so I'll just toss whatever's there that is not going to be growing into that so that they can compost that for me. As you can see, the celery and garlic scapes and onion scapes are doing quite well. The greens are starting to look nice, and I got the grow lights yesterday. So I had already cleaned up the mess, so I decided to just go ahead and set those up. I recorded that video, but I decided not to post it because I was so far out of it. I was in a lot of pain. I'm still in a lot of pain, but it's a little bit more manageable today. I had my treatment today, so I feel a little better. But the greens look good. I don't remember what this is, but I think it's, let's see. I always have to keep referring back to this, like I don't remember what I planted. Oh, those are the carrots. Okay, so carrots, which I'll probably thin out this weekend. Sage. Wait, I'm on the right one, right? No. Oh, no. Carrots, oregano. Collards, carrots, oregano. And that's the oregano. And then the one sage plant, still growing strong. It's looking a little leggy, but I'm not going to mess with it. What I am going to do is probably get some more soil and put on top of it to, kind of help it build up its base a little bit. But it's there. So this is the strawberry tower. So strawberries, thyme, dill, and basil. So the strawberries are looking good. As you can see, there's another runner coming down. So I'll probably, eventually, what I probably will do, there's another one, is I will cut those and then actually plant those in another tower. So have like a whole tower of strawberry. Finally getting a flower, which makes me feel a little bit more hopeful. But as you can see, they're looking really good. And there's the flower for the strawberries. So I'm feeling good about that. It's only one out of 3 plants, but at least it's growing. So thyme, dill, and basil. So the thyme it's growing slowly but surely. And again, I probably do need to trim some of these dying leaves back. But for now, we'll just let them serve as their own mulch and whatever sources it can give itself. Give the other plants that are in its space. This one looks like it died back a lot. Okay, I won't worry about it. I'm just looking at it, just trying to figure out. It's hard to pay attention to that and pay attention to what's on the camera as well. So the thyme, as you can see, pretty much looks good. The dill is looking pretty decent. Although these are looking a little leggy and stringy, I don't know why. But maybe the grow lights will help rectify that. Now that I have them, they can each get a decent amount of light. And the basil seems to be growing quite well, actually. The sprouts. I'll have to thin these plants out, but at least it's growing in all three. And then, of course, this is the spinach. These are the ones I was talking about that kind of just fell out. This one looks pretty decent. These two are really close together, and I probably should pick one and just go for it, but then I'm scared that I won't get anything. And then there's two over here. I'm not messing with them. I'm going to just leave them alone. Like I said, the tower fell over, so what can I do? And these are not in any specific order because they fell out of order. So I know that what's in here is chives, cilantro, and parsley for sure. But like I said, I don't know which of these it is. I know the chives. I mean, it's hard not to know what the chives look like. And they do look like they've been through it. You know, they had a little crisis. This one just plain flat out didn't make it. But they did survive to some degree. But and like I said, they got out of order because the chives were actually on this tier. But when I stacked them back together, I didn't know how to figure it out. So I couldn't tell which one was parsley and which one was cilantro. So I just let it be. So this is either parsley or cilantro. And it looks like it's doing okay. And then it only made it through 2 rotations. The third tray didn't make it. And then the cilantro or whichever one it is on the bottom, only that one made it. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know if it's gonna survive, but I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave it and hopefully it'll grow. And if it doesn't, I'll just have to replant. I'm just disappointed. As you can see, the tomato, I had to stick a trellis in the tomato. It's out of control. It's out of control. But I had to stick a tomato in the trellis, a trellis in the tomato. And I broke one of the plants when I did that today. Unintentionally, which is fine because it really should only be one plant in that bucket. And should be the strongest growing one, but it's putting out a lot of flowers now. I don't know if you can see, make out all of those, but it's putting out a lot of flowers. So we should get a few shares of tomatoes. And like I showed already, the garlic scapes and onion scapes are growing good. I need to chop them down. So the celery, I'm probably needing to make sure that it stays water. This is the mandarin. I mean, no, not the mandarin. This is the other lemon, the grapevine, that I'm sure is not gonna grow. Why didn't a volunteer pop up in that bad boy? I would even accept that. That's the mandarin. And that's lemon with a volunteer, looks like tomato that might not make it because it's sharing with the lemon, and the lemon is like, nah, bitch, I was here first. So the basil looks good and healthy except for this one. And this is part of what I will use for the starter soil for the worm bin. The avocado, as you can see, looks really good. And this avocado still the seed hasn't sprouted out. These 2 green growths that you see are volunteers. The bell pepper, definitely, without a doubt, 100% needs to be potted. And then rosemary is still looking good, but I'll probably need to repot those. But for right now, and when I do, it's probably gonna be in a grow bag, and it's gonna be all 3 of these plants in one grow bag, so that I can get a nice, healthy rosemary bush, you know, and I will, you know, wherever I go, I'll just make sure that I'll get, you know, I'll make sure that I have a good, like, rosemary hedge or something. I do love rosemary. This is the avocado tree. Some of the leaves on the tree itself are kind of browning on the edges, and one of the leaves is knocked over. I just recently discovered that Rafi has been liking to go in this corner over here, which I'm not happy about. So, which is why I put the grow light right there so that he can't get over there. And then maybe we won't have as much accidents now that these 3 towers are here and they have the grow lights on them. Excuse me, I know that sounds horrible. It sounds worse than maybe what it really is. Okay, so the lettuce is doing okay. I don't know why. Well, I don't want to say I don't know why. I know why. Because the sun was primarily coming from this window. So they were all reaching for the sun. And when they reaching for the sun, they're always going this direction. It even doesn't matter how many times I have to rotate them. Now I shouldn't have to rotate them as much now that I have the lights. They both work. They seem to be working okay. I've only had them up for 1 day. So this is the first time they're getting used. I'm only going to run them for 4 hours tonight. And then I'm going to turn them off. And I'm going to try to set them, so time them so that they turn on, say around, I want to say like maybe 3:30 or 4 o'clock. The reason why I'm saying that is because I want them to get a full, everything to get a full 12 hours of light, you know, or as much light as they can for 12 hours. And the light, you know, sun starts shining around 5 o'clock, you know, nowadays. So I'll just let it, I'll let it go. Gosh, I'll let it go until just with regular sunlight until around 3:30. Then I'll turn the grow lights on to ensure that they're going to get the full amount of hours that they need to grow. But as you can see, like I said, there's the lettuce, and it pretty much looks the same on every tray for the lettuce. This is the kale, I'm sure, now on the third row, and I'm not going to rotate these, just going to kind of swing around so you can see. And then this is the Swiss chard, and I won't take you over to the other side because it's just too problematic. Maybe I should move it to the floor, but after what happened last night, I don't want to do that right now. And then this is aloe vera that definitely needs to be repotted. So that's that. I'll be combining the rest of the cocoa coir that's in this bucket with the soil that's in the orange bucket. And then I will be using that bucket and this bucket, which is, I'm pretty sure it's empty. Yes. I'll be using that bucket to make a worm composting bin. So I should technically have 3 tiers, but I'm only going to do 2 tiers for now. So, I'm so sorry. It's time for me to go. I should do a voiceover instead. But anyway, that's my update. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Happy Valley's Homestead. Take care. And good night.